Job site internet, RV internet, cabin internet, backup internet, whatever you want to think about. This Nomad Internet is a cellular-based internet, much faster basically than your phone would be, but at the same time allows up to 30 users to get on, and it is something that I have now learned I can't live without, especially with what I do here on YouTube. It's one of those things where I can upload videos, do everything remote, and basically what I'm talking about is at my cabin. We don't have internet up there, so a lot of people go up, we're hanging out. Most people will get knee deep in their phone and they don't talk. So this has allowed us not only to run the computer, do our business, but also to have a TV on, watch movies, do things to kind of connect where people aren't buried in their phone, and also get great high-speed internet. Now, obviously, wherever you're located and what type of building you're in is going to dictate the speed, but this little guy here is pretty sweet. I'm gonna bring you in and walk you through what's in this bag. So this bag here is everything you need for your high-speed internet. It's real easy to take it with you, and to turn it on, I just unzip a little bit. There's a little button, push that button, and the router and everything turns on. This is your cellular Wi-Fi router and modem. The SIM card is back here. I logged into this guy, changed up the name of the router and changed the password, and that's where I found out it was a Verizon SIM card. You can connect this up to a local area network if you'd like to, but basically this is what it is. The red light's on, so it's just going to connect to the cell towers, and this is currently powered by this 6 amp hour power station. See, we have 100% battery in there. You can power this up via a USB-C and charge it, or you can just let her rip. This does have an AC adapter that would come with it if you wanted to just plug this guy into a wall and leave it. I am pretty mobile with this guy, so I keep everything in here from wall boxes to USB-C cables. That way I can charge up my power station and everything stays in the bag. It just seems easier that way. Why take it out and plug it in? That's all we have in this bag, which I think is pretty sweet. The blue light came on down here, which means we are ready to rock and roll. Where I'm at, I am in a 5G area, but my cell signal is mediocre at best. If we just type in a simple website here, let's just do Ford Motor Company, see what happens. Fairly quick as far as what comes up, moves right along, but the real test here is going to be a speed test, right? That's what we can compare to on everyone else's stuff. So, download speed. This is absolutely horrible. I've been normally getting somewhere in the realm of 50 megabits down and 5 up. So a 5 and 5 or 6 and 3 is absolutely horrible. And that gives you an idea of, I guess, where we're at. We'll do a speed test via my phone. We'll run the same thing. Come on. And I guess that tells the story. My phone is also a Verizon phone, but we are 1.2 meg download compared to pretty much a 5.97, and our upload is basically a half, and our upload over here is 4.15. So based on where you are, your internet is going to be what your internet is, but I'll tell you, this is horrible compared to what I've seen in many places. Just for fun, let's hit test again and see what happens, but yeah, it isn't going to change much. And that could be different if we get out of this building. All right, outside, let's hit retry. That's better. We're still not doing really great. We're still only at a 14 megabit download, and we'll probably be in the 5 as far as upload. 7, I mean, that works. While it's doing that, let's hit this on our phone and just see what the actual Verizon stuff does. that doesn't make a lot of sense because outside we're still super, super slow. Really odd for it to upload faster than it would download. We're going to cancel that test, and I'm going to connect to Wi-Fi here, which would connect over to that guy. So we're connected. Let's try again. Now I'm upwards of 21 on this for a download, which is better. Again, I'm not jumping up and down for where we're at, but again, this is pretty remote for this system, and we definitely don't have cell towers super close, but that's fair for what we're getting. We're actually much faster than a phone at 26.5 as far as the download and 9.47 as far as an upload. So there is no doubt that this is much better than if you were to use a hotspot on your phone. So something I really enjoy about this is being able to watch like DirecTV or anything. We're on YouTube, high definition. Obviously, YouTube wouldn't be happy with DirecTV. I'll just skip ahead and you'll see how quick it goes if I hit play. And staying on the
can run upwards of 7 charges, which is nice.
1080 mode here, 1080 HD. So even if we just skip ahead there, boom, it's quick. It moves along. Even here when we're at 20 megabits per second or inside 5 megabits per second. So it's something that to me works out really well. If you're in construction or anything like that, it just seems to be able to pull a lot of users together and give you decent internet connection, and it's not overly expensive for what it is. The other part of this that gets me going a little bit more is a little bit of the prepper inside of me that wants to have a connection to the internet, even if you have your phone, or what if your phone breaks and you still only have TV or something else or a computer. At least you have another way of connecting to the internet. That to me is big, especially in a storm situation where you've lost power. If you've got a battery powered unit that I can turn on my TV, this is battery powered also. I can flick on some news, the weather, see what's happening. That stuff is just more of a backup in a way of communicating for me. If I'm up north alone, my phone breaks, you know, run it over with the tractor, anything, drop it. I can always email to someone else and say, hey, phone broke, you know, I'm okay. That is big. It's one of these things where when you're out working alone, it just makes things a little bit easier. And I go back to people on the job site carrying this around. You'd always want to be able to communicate. Sometimes having your phone for a hotspot's great. Sometimes it just doesn't work that well. Again, this allows 30 different devices to be connected at once. It's only going to be as fast as the internet you get at that point in time, but still 30 people could connect, do email, do whatever they needed to, and then you could grab onto this bag, walk around wherever you needed to, get things done. I think that's pretty sweet, and it's something I'd like to just introduce you guys to. Again, this is the Nomad, and it's something I'll link to in the description because I think it's well worth looking at least as a backup if you have a cabin or if you have the situation where you travel a lot and want to have some sort of internet. With that said, I'm totally interested if you think I'm going overboard. Leave that in the comments below. I like to have some sort of backup to the backup to the backup, sometimes especially when you're alone. So that's just me. Comments below. Give us a like in this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.